On tonight's show, if I can find it, there it is. We tell the story of tonight. Well, the other night.
Look down again.
Laughter is the best medicine.
Oliviers.
Olivier Roundup. Reviews and more on this evening's performance of Treading the Boards. Hey, it works. Good evening. Hello. Hi, Sheena.
Hello.
Hi. Welcome to... She was entranced by the dancing.
I wasn't expecting the YMCA, so that was a pleasant surprise.
The Macarena, Sheena. YMCA is next week.
Oh, yeah. Just spoiler alert.
You did.
Yeah.
Macarena. Well, no, Macarena. Yeah. Welcome to episode 7 of Treading the Boards, the musical podcast for everything West End, Broadway, and beyond. I am Robin. Hello, and joining me tonight is...
That was so speedy. I'm Sheena. Hello.
Yay, welcome back. Thank you to everyone who listened last week and heard our reviews of Les Mis and other stuff that happened. It happened and it's there. You can go find it. Woo! And I uploaded the video to Facebook video as something to try out new. So if you want to watch it all on Facebook, then it's there. It might eat your data. Sorry.
We're hungry.
But yeah, it's on there. If you think it's a good idea, let us know. If you don't, tell me to stop and I won't do it again. But it is on there if you would like to see it. And it's obviously still all on YouTube and on our website and everywhere else. Sheena, how have you been this week?
Yes, good, thank you. Yeah, all good. Popped to see Les Mis.
Popped in.
Cup
of tea with Javert.
Yeah. I felt a bit sorry for him, though.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh.
We had nice coffee, though.
More on Les Mis later. I'm excited. Tea with Javert.
That could be a feature, couldn't it? Tea with Javert. I did learn a fact, though, which I'll share with you later.
Ooh. I'm just imagining tea with Javert. So, Javert, how are you? I still can't find Valjean.
He was a happy little chappy.
24601.
I was trying to get that in somewhere. Like 24601.
Well, it might still happen.
Spoonfuls of sugar.
Ah.
You know when everything just goes wrong right from the start? I do apologise now.
You were awake like 10 minutes ago.
I'm awake now.
Oh, yay, okay.
Not sure I'm really awake. But... Right, anyway, listen out for theatre puns because it's the Olivier Award show. Woo! Do you have theatre puns?
I think we can make some. You need to make them off the cuff during the show.
Okay. Keep going.
So it's the Olivier Awards. They happened last week or last weekend, 2 days ago, 3 days ago, sometime. But they happened, so we're going to cover everything that we can find. We haven't prepared this later on in the show, so that will be fun. And we have our news, and we have reviews. I saw another show, Sheena saw a show. All that stuff is coming up. So we've got a lot to cover. So a few little intro bits before we begin. Quick shout out there. Bat Out of Hell has extended in London. It's now running until like October, the middle of October time. So definitely go and see it. We're seeing it on May the...
It's like 29 days. No, 25 days?
May the 5th?
Yeah, it's like Star Wars. May the
5th.
4th be with you.
I think it's May the 5th. I think. It's
so not
Saturday.
Star Wars Day.
But if you're all going to see it, let us know. It's amazing. Honestly. You will love it. The singing is insane. You can't wait, can you?
No, I'm really excited about it. Really, really looking forward to it.
I'm really excited about it. I might be a mess at the end of it again, but it'll be good. So, yes, that's extended. So it's too small to be a news story, but yeah, go and see it. It's extended. I have a new song up on YouTube with my other account, which is Little Dib. I've shared it on the other social media. I sung Michael in the Bathroom from Be More Chill.
It's very good.
Thank you. So I was Michael for a song, and I was in a bathroom.
But may I point out, you weren't actually in the bathroom.
I wasn't actually in the bathroom. Sorry. It may have been a bit echoey if I was in the bathroom. So, yeah. But I've also shared my recorder cover of This Is Me on Facebook video as well. So, share that because it's public and share it. Spread the word. I want it to go viral. So, yeah. But yeah, share that because I'm really pleased with it. But you can get in contact with us via multiple methods. Sheena, how can they do this?
Okay, so you can find us on Facebook, Treading the Boards Podcast. That's us.
Yeah.
You can tweet us at Treadboardspod.
Yeah.
The same name on Snapchat.
Yay.
So do come across, join us.
You can find all our other details on treadingtheboardspodcast.com. And if you'd like to donate to the show, there's a donate link on there. There's also our selfies and all things like that. So please send it all in. It will be great. So, quickly on to the news, because we've got lots to cover. We've got lots to cover in the rest of the show. So, Kinky Boots, these are all from What's on Stage, by the way, but Kinky Boots has announced more tour dates to its 2019 tour.
Excellent. It's a very good show if you haven't seen it.
It is.
It's it's a real feel-good show, isn't it?
It is, yeah. You come out of it feeling really good.
And we got to the sort of interval, and I thought we'd only been in there about half an hour. Time just flies when you're in there. It's really good.
It's great. It's just colourful and glittery and
fabulous.
It's fabulous. Yeah, so further dates and venues have been added to the first UK tour of Kinky Boots, which begins this September at Royal and Derngate in Northampton. Based on the hit 2005 film with a screenplay by Tim Firth, the musical garnered... Is that a word? It must be. The musical garnered positive reviews when it first opened at the Adelphi Theatre. It has music and lyrics by Cyndi Lauper and a book by Harvey Fierstein. You should know what it's about, so don't do that. But, so, the new locations announced on the tour are... it had to be Welsh, the first one. The new locations will be Venue Cymru in Clowdunoi.
I'm so glad you did that one.
That's the 11th to the 16th of February. New Theatre Oxford, 18th to the 23rd of February. Birmingham Hippodrome on the 11th to the 23rd of March. Liverpool Empire, 25th March to the 6th of April. His Majesty's Theatre Aberdeen on the 23rd of April to the 4th of May. King's Theatre Glasgow, 6th to the 18th of May. Theatre Royal Nottingham, 27th of May to the 8th of June. Lyceum Sheffield on the 10th to the 22nd of June. And Sunderland Empire on the 24th to the 6th of July. So if you're anywhere near those, you can go and see Kinky Boots. Please do. I'm sure you will love it.
Sorry.
Bless you.
Sorry. Yes, so it's a very good show. I couldn't hold that sneeze in. I'm so sorry. Yes, so Kinky Boots.
Kinky Boots.
It'll make you sneeze.
Don't say that.
No, it won't make you sneeze.
You didn't see Matey in it, did you?
Killian Donnelly.
You saw him? No, you didn't.
We had the understudy, I think.
Did we have the understudy for both when I saw
No, Yes, we did.
We did.
And then the understudy that we saw playing Lola went on to, was it Australia?
Yes.
To play it over there.
Yes.
He was brilliant.
He was really good.
They both were brilliant.
Yeah. I think it's when I saw it with you, the understudy Charlie almost fell off the conveyor belt. Was that when I saw it with you?
No, he was pretty sturdy on that conveyor belt.
I must have seen him another time then, and we had the understudy for Charlie, and he got on the conveyor belt and he almost fell off. It was hilarious.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it was really funny. It wasn't if he had have done, but it was funny.
I think I'd fall off in them boots, to be fair, though.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. So, yeah, Kinky Boots, go see it. Woo!
Yes.
Another one of our favourites,
Ah.
which quite exciting news today. Well, we're not going to get to see it, but it's quite exciting. The regional premiere of Want to feature in the Queen's Theatre Hornchurch in the autumn season. This is in Dublin, I believe.
Ah.
So, yeah, Want. Do you want to give a quick thing about Once?
We saw it a few years back now, actually,
Yeah.
wasn't it? Quite a simple sort of show, isn't it? Amazing. About an Irish guy. He's Irish, isn't he?
He is Irish, yeah.
Yeah, and he sort of he falls in love with I can't remember where she's from. Czechoslovakia.
It's somewhere like that, isn't
Yeah,
it?
and it's sort of like a love story, but not an obvious love story. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it's really gentle.
Yeah, but the feel of it, all the musicians are on stage, and it's like a real Irish folky, real family sort of company. It's really good fun. The music in it is brilliant. Yeah, and it's just a little story, and they both find out that they love music. And they just go on, and it's like a simple little story, really, isn't it?
But it's just really gentle and nice.
Yeah, that's a good. I know nice isn't the best word in the world, but it really is a nice little show, isn't it?
Yeah, and I can't remember the term for it, but all the actors play instruments on stage as well. So, and they're always on stage, and then they just randomly start playing, and it's just lovely.
Yeah, and it's a really good. It's sort of very family-ish, isn't it? Like they're all like a big family.
Yeah, we came out of it and we were like, oh.
Yeah, although we did see Forbidden Broadway, which was probably the funniest show we have ever seen in our lives. And they do. It's a show where they sort of, in a good way, they Mickey take everything. We'll probably talk about it further down the road. But they did Once. So now when I think of Once, I think of that because they were hilarious.
Just Christina Bianco with an accordion.
Yeah.
It was hilarious.
But yeah, it's a real sort of folky show.
Folky show.
Yeah, I don't really know how to describe it. We thoroughly enjoyed it.
We did. But it's opening. I'm pretty sure it's Dublin. I could be completely wrong. No, wait. Where is it going on?
Ipswich.
Yeah, that's not in Dublin.
No.
Where did I get Dublin from?
So is it going out on tour or just...
No, the regional premiere of Once, as well as revivals of Abigail's Party and Haunting Julia, will feature in Queen's Theatre Hornchurch's new season, which also sees transfer of Alexander Zeldin's Love. Based on the Academy Award-winning film of the same name, Edna Walsh's Once, which has music and lyrics by Glenn Hansard and Markita Erglova, will be revived in a new co-production with the new Wolseley Theatre in Ipswich. Okay.
So not in Belfast.
Not in Dublin.
Oh.
It runs from the 2nd to the 20th of October. Casting to be announced. So if you're in Ipswich, definitely go and try and see it because it's not going to come round much.
No, and it's really worth watching.
Definitely. So yeah, go and see that if you're in Ipswich. I think you'll like it. Mean Girls is a musical. This has happened, people.
Yeah.
I think I'm like the only human in the world who hasn't seen the movie.
You've never seen it?
Never seen it. I know.
We watched that every other day, I think, one summer. Literally. I could probably do the whole show right now, the whole film right now.
Go on then.
If we've got an hour and a half to kill. Yeah, I'm not sure how... Being such a fan of the film, I don't know how it'd transfer to being a show. I mean, it works, like Ghost and things like that. But yeah. So it is now a musical on Broadway.
It is. So it's on Broadway, but this article has apparently producer Sonia Friedman has hinted at a potential West End transfer for her latest blockbuster musical, the Broadway adaptation of Tina Fey's 2004 comedy film Mean Girls. The musical, which opened on Broadway last night, which was
8th of April.
Sunday? No, Saturday. There. Last Saturday, the 8th of April. You're right. As used between now... Wait, I've lost my place. There we go. Has been adapted by Faye with music by her husband, Jeff Richmond. In his review for the New York Times, Ben Brantley praised Faye's caustic and polite wit.
Yeah, I read a review about it, And a lot of people are saying that it's lacking something. They sort of said it didn't carry the humour and feel that the film had, but it brought something new.
Okay.
So it wasn't a negative review. It just sort of said it didn't quite capture the sort of atmosphere of the film, but in its own right, as a musical, it was really good. That was, I can't remember who the critic was, but that's how they felt. But it's quite a funny film if you've seen it. It's got some really sort of famous lines that people know, apart from Robin. So I think they will capture it. It'll be interesting if they do bring it over to see how it goes down with people who, people over there will start to review it soon. So it'll be interesting to see how it does transfer.
So the producer said it's by the same director as Dreamgirls, Casey Nicolau. And of course, I also produced Funny Girl. So with Mean Girls, Dreamgirls, and Funny Girl, we get really confused. The show, which features many of the show's much-loved quotes, has songs including Meet the Plastics, Apex Predator, and Revenge Party.
So I think it sounds quite good. I think it'll be a really fun musical.
Yeah, I bet it reminds me of Legally Blonde.
Yeah.
That kind of idea.
Yeah.
Because I loved Legally Blonde, the musical, and I then watched the film and thought the musical was better than the film.
See, I've never seen the film.
I thought it was a bit slow.
I loved the musical.
Yeah.
But I tried to watch it when I was younger, but I didn't get very far.
And last story for today, which I thought was semi-exciting. This is from Deadline.com, because I couldn't find it on What's on Stage again. But Moulin Rouge, the musical, is happening on Broadway. It's currently pre-Broadway Boston premiere, and it's announced its cast.
So this is another film gone to musical, but this one, because it's very musically anyway, isn't it?
Yeah.
Be easier to sort of transfer across.
I mean, I've seen this twice. I think I've watched it twice, and I still get a little bit lost with it.
Yeah, you've got to pay attention, haven't you? Like, yeah, I like the film.
It feels a bit like a drug trip.
There are some sort of weird aspects to it.
Yeah.
It's sort of circus based, and
there's a fairy in it at one point, isn't there? And something else.
Yes, yeah. Is Nicole Kidman in the film, isn't she?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's Nicole Kidman and Ewan McGregor.
Yeah, that's it, yeah.
I do like some of the arrangements of songs in it, because there's only one original song in it, and the rest are like mashups.
Yeah.
But his version of Your Song by Elton John, it's awesome. I really like that one, because it starts with the big "My gift is your song." That one. I really like that bit. But so, the cast includes Tony winner Karen Olivo, who I don't know who she is, but Aaron Tveit. Aaron Tveit. I'm going with Tveit.
Okay, cool.
Who was in Next to Normal, and I think he was in Wicked.
He's the guy that was Angelas in the Les Mis film.
Yes. There you go.
Yep.
And 6-time Tony nominee Danny Burstein have been set as the principal cast in the upcoming Moulin Rouge the musical, the world premiere engagement in Boston of the Broadway-bound production. Based on Baz Luhrmann's 2001 movie, the stage version produced by Global Creatures is being directed by Alex Timbers, the bloody Andrew Jackson director. Okay. Who also has a stage version of Beetlejuice in the works.
Oh, cool.
The musical's book is by John Logan, who wrote Red, and like the movie, the stage Moulin Rouge will include popular songs from the past 5 decades, some used in the film and some from the years since the film's release. Ooh.
Ah, interesting.
Very interesting. I don't know how I feel about that.
Oh, I think it's quite a good move.
Yeah?
I think so. But then I'm not like a dedicated Moulin Rouge fan.
Nor am I, and I feel it's quite cultish. And when I've watched it, the music used in it feels like it's from that
feels right
decade, like, because it's 2001 it came out, so you've got early, like late 90s music in it.
Yeah.
And even though it's set like way back, it feels like I don't know. I'll be interested to see what they've picked to go in it.
Yeah, I think this thing, going back to the Mean Girls thing, because we know the film inside out, changing things is a little bit like, ooh, don't do
Yeah.
it. So I presume if you know Moulin Rouge really, really well, then changing the songs might be a bad move.
Yeah, like I don't know. I mean, they're not gonna put like "Born This Way," are they, in it? Or "Umbrella" by Rihanna.
Bust out a bit of dubstep.
bit. I'm not down with the kids.
We're not cool.
What's that one where it's like 1 + 2 is 3? Quick
Oh,
maths.
that Man Not Hot.
Man Not Hot.
Man Not Hot.
They should put Man Not Hot in Moulin Rouge.
That's as cool as we get. And I don't even think I've heard that. I've only heard your version.
And my version is not good.
They should put that in.
What, my version? Oh. So Moulin Rouge the Musical will play the Boston Limited engagement at the refurbished Emerson Colonial Theatre. Oh, it's refurbished. Operated by Broadway's Ambassador Theatre Group. The engagement covers 36 performances from June the 27th through to August the 5th.
Do they reckon this is going to transfer to West End?
I think it's Broadway bound, yes.
Then maybe come on over.
Here we go. A little bit about the actors. Olivier won a Tony Award for her performance as Anita in Broadway's 2009 West Side Story revival. Her credits also include In the Heights and Rent, among other stage productions, and her TV appearances include The Good Wife and Criminal Minds. Suspect Behavior. Tveit? I can't pronounce his name. Is the T silent? Is it just Aaron Veet? I don't know.
But then if the T's are silent, maybe it's just V.
It could be Aaron V. I don't think it's Aaron V.
If you're listening, Aaron V, let us know.
Aaron recently starred in the CBS comic thriller Brain Dead opposite Mary Elizabeth Winstead, and prior to that starred in the Emmy Award television musical Grease Live. On Broadway, he starred in Catch Me If You Can and Next to Normal.
Ah, he could have been Michael in the bathroom.
He could have. No, he couldn't.
No.
It's a different show.
Oh.
Next to Normal is awesome. It's all about mental health. And Be More Chill is about a brain computer.
Okay.
Yeah.
I realised that as it was coming out my mouth that it wasn't the right one.
You tried. It's fine. I let you off. But yeah, so that's those guys. I'm assuming this is going to be if they do it right, it's going to be massive.
Yeah.
If they do it wrong, it's not. But then I didn't think they did Anastasia right, and that's massive. So
who are we to know?
Who are we to judge? So, quick reviews. I went to see a show this week, and so did Sheena. We were in London 4 days apart, but it was like we were there at the same time. I don't know where I'm going with this. So, I went to see The Grinning Man with my friend Amy. So, big shout out to Amy Batty.
Hi, Amy.
When we get together, it's like Batman and Robin. It's really cool. You may have seen pictures online of me and Amy in The Grinning. Well, we weren't in The Grinning Man, in watching The Grinning Man. We didn't just storm the stage and demand to be in it. But yeah, so we went to see. I have my program here. The Grinning Man. Woo! It was really cool. It was different, very different, and it was kind of creepily beautiful.
Oh,
That's kind of a way to put it. It was very kind of modern and new. There's a map in the program. Oh, I like maps. But it tells the story of Grinpain, who I'm going to try and explain this. It's actually very difficult to explain. So it tells the story of Grinpain, who was kind of mutilated as a child. He got his face slashed, so he's grinning, hence the grin. And he got abandoned. He then, whilst abandoned in the woods, found a dead mother and her still alive baby. He takes the baby with him to rescue it, bumps into a traveller who takes them in and raises them as his own. The traveller then starts up a circus kind of travelling story act thing, which has got Grinpain and the girl in it, and it tells the story of their life sort of as a young as kids growing up, basically. And all that's done through puppetry, which was stunning. And then on the other side of it, you've got this royal family who the king dies and the crazy, like, bipolar mental sister ends up becoming queen, which was a bit strange, but she becomes queen and then strips the prince and that of his title. Yeah, lots of stuff happens. It's quite hard to explain, but it's really good. But it all happens, and it ends up with No, I'm not going to spoil it.
Oh, nearly at us.
I almost spoiled it, but I'm not going to. But it's the harmonies and stuff is really like eerie and different and refreshing. It was really cool. And the creepy clown guy, I can't remember what he's called in it. He's got a very odd name. They all had some odd names. Where is he?
The makeup and things look really good on the trailer.
Yeah, there we go. Barkilphedro.
Was that his character name?
That was his character name. The real man's called Julian Bleach. He's done multiple things. Oh, I've probably seen him in that. So, theatre highlights. He's got too much to put in his thing. Theatre include Ariel in The Tempest, Mr. Sarabry in Oliver in the West End.
Ah.
So we might have seen him.
Yeah.
He was in Emerald City on TV. Davros, Lord of the Daleks in Doctor Who. Anything else of note? Eddie in Psychoville, The Nightmare Man, and Sarah Jane Chronicles, The Ghost Maker in Torchwood.
Wow, he's done a lot.
He's done quite a bit. My phone is ringing. Who's ringing me?
Was he quite an integral part?
Yeah, he was. He was a kind of creepy, horrible part. Sorry about that. I will ring him back later.
Yes, it looked very circus, old school circus, eerie sort of thing from what you've been saying.
It looked really creepy. Sorry, I just answered my brother's phone call.
Maybe he wants to join in.
Yeah, it was really creepy, and he kind of had that really kind of creepy posh voice.
The main grinning man.
No, the scary clown man, Barkilphedro. And he. So I was trying to work out how you do it, and you kind of give yourself an overbite, and you kind of talk like this.
My mouth's already in position there.
And he was very like this, and he was a clown, and he didn't like what Grinpain was doing. Yeah, it was really creepy. So he was really creepy, and he was kind of the court jester. But he was not a nice man.
It looked visually stunning.
Visually,
pictures.
Yeah, and the little puppets of like Grinpain and the other girl, Day. She was called Day. Were just beautiful. There's a picture there. You can find all this on YouTube, by the way. They have trailers and stuff. But yeah, it was, and there was some really kind of uncomfortable bits where there's a bit where Grinpain sort of becomes like the freak and like freaks out and sort of shows his true colors in a song called "I Am the Freak Show," and that was quite disturbing, just how he did it. But it was epic. So the guy who played Grinpain is called, where is he? I can't find his name.
Was it quite uncomfortable to watch in places? Yes.
Louis Mascal played Grinpain. And yeah, it was definitely like not, but it was just, you felt uncomfortable, like the way they performed it. It gave you that uneasy feeling of like an old freak show, which was quite creepy. But what I realized sort of halfway through the first act, the way that Louis was moving was like incredible. He's obviously a very trained dancer in like ballet and stuff, because suddenly you'd realize he was like on the tips of his toes, and then he'd be kind of walking in this really bizarre, almost choreographed way that just looked insane. And then there was a bit where he literally did kind of like a Neo from the Matrix move. So imagine like he's like that, and then like he leant backwards, but he was on the tips of his toes, but leaning backwards. It was insane.
Do you want me to demonstrate?
Yes, I would. I would really like you to demonstrate. It was crazy how he moved and how he did it all, and yeah, it was real. It was really kind of immersive. And
sounds amazing.
The way they used the theatre as well, like they came off the stage and used bits from all over the theatre and everything. It was really unique and different. And there were a few bits that I still kind of. There was one bit in particular that me and Amy were both a bit like, I don't know what has just happened. It was a bit weird. It kind of made sense afterwards, but yeah, at the time we were like, I don't get why he's just jumped through a window. What that there? Yeah, it was weird, but. If they sort those two, like a few odd little bits out, I think it could really do quite well. Like it could have a permanent fixture and be a one to see in the West End, definitely.
Do you reckon it might come back?
Hopefully, they keep extending.
Oh.
I think it is actually going to like end soon, but
yeah,
I hope it's not the last of it because it has had really good reviews and it's definitely a quite a stunning piece of work. They might tour. That might be quite a good thing for it.
Yeah.
Because it's quite small. You could easily tour it around. But yeah, that might be quite a good way for it to go.
Excellent.
And Sheena, you saw?
Yeah, we went to see Les Mis. We had slightly different cast to you, didn't? Because you had a lot of understudies, didn't you? We had one understudy from Madame Thénardier, who was incredible. But the cast I thought were really, really amazing, actually. I really, really like this cast. They sort of brought something different to it. And I sort of, different bits hit me harder than they have done before. And we were saying earlier that like I cried at different bits that I didn't think would affect me. And we had a lovely little Gavroche. He was really, really cute. And Killian Donnelly, he was very good. But Javert, I can't remember who played him. I should have looked. He was incredible. He played it differently again to other cast members that I've seen previously. And during Stars, not Stars, I'm not spoiling anything, but when he jumps off the bridge, sorry if you haven't seen it, he had like a full-on emotional breakdown in the middle of it. And the band, it sort of felt like they sort of lulled it a little bit to wait for him to break down. It was so emotional. I felt like I wanted to get up there and just hug him. Aww. He did really well. It was so emotional.
David Thaxton.
Yes.
I know that name.
Yeah, he's been in quite a lot, but he was very, very talented. So I thoroughly enjoyed it, and I went with my friend who'd never seen a West End show, and she loved it. She cried a lot. To be fair, I did this time though. So she thoroughly enjoyed it. And you just sort of think, they've not changed it for like 33 years, have they? And it's still that strong, and you come out of it still feeling like drained almost, I think, in a good way. Yes, so it was pretty much same as what you said last week, but just we had different casts, so it just always brings something different, doesn't it?
Yeah.
With the new cast.
Definitely.
So, yes, that was London this week.
London. Oh, yeah, in The Grinning Man, they kept calling it London.
London.
Which was quite funny. So, we need to cover this before the end of the show because it's like the biggest thing and one of the biggest things in West End theatre of the year. So, the Olivier Awards happened.
They did indeed. And the winners have been announced, which is really cool. And we watched it, kind of wound through it. Yeah, we got most of it, didn't we?
We saw most of it. I'm not that interested in the plays and stuff, so I did wind through those. But I saw who won and things like that. But the performances were by who performed? 42nd Street.
Yeah, Hamilton opened it. And then you had Young Frankenstein.
Yep.
And everyone's talking about Jamie.
Yep.
And then they finished with a big sort of ensemble number from Joseph,
which was really
cool. I think it's 50 years, isn't it, this year?
Is it?
Didn't you tell me that?
No.
I think it was like a 50th anniversary thing.
Is it 50?
Oh, have I just made that up?
No, you could be right.
I'm sure that's what it was. Yeah, so they did a big number at the end. But all the performances were brilliant. And they had Andy Carl and Cheetah. Rita and Cheetah lady.
Yeah.
Cheetah. I think her name's Cheetah. Came back to do the sort of memorial song.
Yeah, they did. What song did they do?
They did
Somewhere from West Side Story.
because she was in West Side Story.
They had another guy, and I don't know who he was.
He was very good though.
He was very good.
He was very good.
1970 it premiered,
Oh.
so that's not 50 years. That's 70, 18, 90,
Right.
2000, 2010. 48 years. Almost.
Yes. So, 48-year anniversary. Anyway, going back to the winners of the night.
So, we'll skip through these bits.
There was one speech, though, from a play guy, the director of The Ferryman, and he did a funny little speech. He said he'd won 20 years ago, but recently he'd found his award and it had broken. And he was concerned because the bill didn't look much better this time.
Oh.
Just a little fact. Oh, my Les Mis fact.
Your name is
I
fact.
learned, sorry, this is a bit random, but I forgot to say, you know the 24601?
Yeah.
It's a reference to when Victor Hugo was conceived. The 24th of June, 1801, which is when he was conceived. So it's a little hidden message to him. And that's what the number stands for.
How did you find that out?
It was in the programme. Yeah.
Wow.
So that's why it's 24601.
There you go.
So we've all learnt something new.
He knew when he was conceived.
Well, yeah.
Wow. I suppose they took more note of it back in
Maybe they wrote it in their diaries or something.
1801. We conceived Victor.
Maybe he didn't have birthdays, he just had conception dates.
Maybe that's both.
He obviously didn't have a very musical birthday. Like 310394. Yeah.
I see what you just did there almost.
What was I doing?
You almost did your birthday.
I didn't mean to.
You almost did.
But yeah, but it's not, I suppose you could make it musical, but 24601 just,
It flows.
yeah, so.
But, does it flow because we know it from Les Mis?
Well, this is what I was thinking earlier on my way over.
And you could have had 1560. Nope, that wouldn't work. 24601. So you could have had 15297.
So yeah, maybe we could change it up a bit. Who am I? 93842. Yes, so
we're just gonna make up the number.
Anyway, so yeah, that's a little fact. Sorry, I went off
That's
again.
a really interesting fact.
Yeah, so
I love your random facts. They're brilliant.
right in the middle of something completely different.
Yeah.
So, going back to the Olivier Award for most messing up in 1 hour goes to Sheena.
In treading the boards. Woo!
Right, so.
I'm going to start from here, I think.
Okay.
So, best sound design. Winner was Hamilton. Nevin Steinberg. Well done. Best actor in a supporting role went to Bertie Carvel in Ink.
He was from Dr. Foster.
Was he?
He was very
Okay.
good in that.
That's cool. Best actress in a supporting role went to Denise Gough in Angels in America. And then we've got... We'll skip that one. Best set design. Oh, this is for play. No, it's not. Musical. Went to Bob Crowley and 59 Productions for An American in Paris, which is really cool. Lighting design. Hamilton. Best actor in a play went to Bryan Cranston for Network.
Yeah, I was gutted we missed this one. Really wanted to see it, but the reviews were incredible. And he's such a lovely guy.
Yeah.
He came up and he's nothing like Walter White.
I'm glad.
Yeah, and he's a really lovely guy. And he thanked London for welcoming him.
Aww.
So thanks, London.
I really like Andrew Garfield as well. I would have liked to have seen his play.
Yeah, see, I like Andrew Scott as well.
Oh yeah, him.
So he was up against some strong people.
He was.
So well done, Brian.
Best actress went to Laura Donnelly for The Ferryman.
I'm sure we didn't see The Ferryman, but Imelda Staunton was in this, and I saw the Who's Evaded Virginia Woolf, like the screening thing.
Yeah.
She was incredible in that. She really just put everything into it. So, good work.
Cool. Best director went to Sam Mendes for The Ferryman.
Oh, that's the guy whose award broke.
Ah, cool. And then moving on. Oh yeah, that was really funny. So wasn't it the same show? Yeah. So best new opera went to Semiramide. And was she the actress or was she like a producer lady?
I think she was a producer.
Went to collect it. And this was like tagged on at the end when it was like, other awards we didn't feature. So it was that one. And then it then flicked to her again because they won Outstanding Achievement in Opera, and she had 2. So she had both of her awards, which was really cool. Best Revival went to Angels in America. Here we go. So Outstanding Achievement in Music went to Hamilton, composed by Lin-Manuel Miranda.
I was in the Hamilton plays.
Oh, sorry. Are you going to do it again?
Yeah, I've done it all the way.
Best Theatre Choreographer goes to Andy Blankenbuehler for Hamilton. Best Musical Revival went to, not Hamilton, it went to Follies, which is cool. So Best Actor in a Supporting Role for a Musical, went to Michael Gibson for Hamilton.
Yes! Now, he's played King George, and he was incredible. He did serve it. He was up against Ross Noble from Young Frankenstein with 2 other Hamilton guys. So Cleve September, who played Philip, and Jason Pennycook, who played Lafayette. And they were all incredible. They really were. And in his speech, Michael Gibson said he literally is on for 8 minutes of the show. It's a long show. And he said he pops up for 8 minutes. He does 2 and a bit songs. And he pops up occasionally. But he really did stand out in them 8 minutes. It's a brilliant part. So my friend was very glad that he won.
Well deserved.
Yeah. I texted her saying he'd won, and she went, I knew he would because he was the best.
Best Actress in a Supporting Role in a Musical went to Sheila Atim from Girl from the North Country.
That seems to have gone down really well.
Yeah. Because I didn't know anything about it, and you said it's Bob Dylan music,
yeah.
isn't it?
It's all his music. And Conor McPherson wrote the book.
Okay. Sheila Atim sang on there. What does she sing?
The one about Where's My Love Gone?
Yeah.
Yeah. And it didn't grab us, did it? I mean, she was very good. Her voice was incredible.
Stunning voice. And I'm sure in context it's amazing. But
yeah.
It just felt a little bit dull.
But maybe that was a really emotional bit that we weren't.
Maybe we hadn't connected
emotional about.
But it sounded really nice.
Yeah.
And the band seemed like they were on stage.
Yes.
I could be wrong.
Yeah.
That looked really cool. So Best Actress in a Musical went to Shirley Henderson from Girl from the North Country. So
now she also plays a very famous Moaning Myrtle
in Harry Potter.
And she was a lovely lady. She was very grateful.
Yeah. She was too short to reach the microphone, so it's really cute.
Good old Moaning Myrtle.
She beat Imelda Staunton, so Imelda Staunton didn't win any. Sad. But she beat her in for Follies that time. So moving on to Best Actor in a Musical went to Giles Terera for Hamilton.
Yes.
So he played Bird, I think.
Yeah, and he played it, I think we were saying before, in the Lima episode.
Lima. Can we add llamas to it?
Llama.
I'm a llama again.
Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't mention the sheep or the lemurs.
I know. I mean, what's going on?
There's none in the whole programme. Yeah, so he was against Jamal Westman, who plays Hamilton. Now, I'd listened to the soundtrack of Hamilton, and you were being Burr in a production. So I'd heard Burr in a way that I think Burr should have been, and he was brilliant. He deserved to win, but he didn't play it how I expected it. Not that was a bad thing. It just, I was like, oh, how is he doing this? But he did deserve to win.
Sheena was basing her impression of Burr on me, which is not a good plan. It's
just, he played it differently to you.
I'm not surprised.
And it clearly worked because he won an award.
Are you saying I'm not good enough to win an award?
No, I reckon you'll get it next year. Especially with them choreographed dance moves. Yeah. You'll be up there.
I'll be up there.
Yes, so well done to him.
Ooh.
And he was a lovely guy too.
Yeah. So the big award is the best new musical, and no surprises here. It went to Hamilton. So it beat Young Frankenstein, Girl from the North Country, Everybody's Talking About Jamie, and An American in Paris. I can't comment because I've seen none of them.
We're going to see Everybody's Talking About Jamie in a few weeks, though.
We are, yes. I'm intrigued. We were talking after we watched the performance of it online.
They performed too.
They did. And it sounds really cool. Not quite what I was expecting.
No.
It does sound really cool. And like the choreography and it looks epic. And I'm intrigued.
Yeah. It should be interesting to see how they do it.
I don't know what to expect. But you told me it's based on a true story.
Yes.
Which I didn't know.
The real Jamie was there on the night.
Yeah.
Yes. So people have said in reviews it's like the modern day Billy Elliot.
Oh, okay.
Some hope that sold it to me. So
it's quite a bold statement.
I know. It better live up.
But it looks like it's set in modern times, which will be interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be sort of modern times and young people, which hasn't really been focused on in a musical, really.
No.
Not in that way. Like,
no,
obviously, American Idiot is kind of younger people.
Yeah.
But not like school age.
Yeah, I think he said it was year 11 it started, like when he was in year 11.
I suppose Carrie, but then Carrie's based still in like the 80s, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is modern day.
Yeah, so it should be...
Yeah, really intrigued to see how that goes.
A review coming up in a few weeks.
Oh, it's going to be a fabulous review.
I'm going to take a lemur and just sit it in front of us so it looks like it's on there.
We're in a box for everyone's talking about Jamie.
So excited. We've never had a box.
It's going to feel really special. There is a spare seat, so God forbid who sits next to us.
Maybe like, I don't know, Cameron McIntosh might just pop in.
Maybe he will.
And sit in our box. We might be in the Phantom's box. What if he just rocks up? I think it's got late.
I'm here! Phantom of the Opera. What would you do if like the Phantom actually sat there?
I don't know. Sing at him.
I'm slightly worried it might be a bit like I was going to say Giant King. That was Jungle Book and Lion King. Lion King and Matilda, where the actors come into the box.
What? Is Jamie going to be in our box?
No, I don't think he will. But I'm slightly worried that it might happen. Like,
just pop out behind us.
Because Matilda, all the kids gather into a box, and all the like people who sat in the box are like,
oh, but then people terrified. Look at us.
Yeah. I don't think they do, but you never know. I'm going to feel so special sat in that box.
Me too. I might get them little glasses that you like just sit and
We will. I feel we might have to do like a vlog from our London trip.
Yeah.
You know what that is?
Yep. It's a video log. Are you going to walk around with a camera on your head the whole time?
You don't have to have a camera on your head.
Oh, okay.
You can just hold a camera.
Okay. Maybe from our box we could do a little bit. From our box.
I feel we need a little documentation of what our London trips are like. But if you are in London, we'll tell you more. But around town, you see us, come and say hi. We'd love to meet you.
Yeah, come on over.
Yes.
Come and join us in our box.
So we covered the Olivier Awards quite quick.
We did. Yeah, there was an award which I didn't even know happened because they don't actually show it on TV, I don't think. I do apologise if I missed this on TV. But every year, there's 4 awards given to inspirational people in sort of amateur theatre. Well, not amateur, but just inspiring people for their love of theatre.
Yeah.
And they get tickets to go and things. This year, I think there was a ballet teacher. She got nominated.
Yeah.
There's are we allowed to mention societies?
Yeah.
Yes, they're called the Musical Theatre Appreciation Society. It's good size. Wow, that's a mouthful. MTAS. So their sort of leader, Willie Wakamendi. Sorry if I pronounced that wrong. She won this year for being sort of an inspiration to motivate people to follow theatre.
That's really
so
cool.
well done to them.
Yes.
And Lewis, they went and they put up loads of stuff online about their day and looked like they had an amazing time.
That's really cool.
So yeah, but they don't show it on TV, which I think they should. 'Cause it's sort of inspiring. I don't know who the other two were.
Well, they condensed the whole 3-hour ceremony into
Yeah.
90 minutes,
Yeah.
which is crazy.
So they cut a lot out, don't they?
Yeah,
But yeah, that's an award that I think they need to mention.
definitely.
So,
And yeah, the finale bit with Joseph was quite cool because they got, I want to say her name's Lindsay Hattie. I could be wrong. Lindsay Hale. Nope. Haitley. Is it her?
I don't think so.
It's not her.
So she was the original, was she?
Yes, she was. Lindsay. Wait a minute, I'll find it because I should know her name. So she's on the soundtrack. Joseph Dreamcoat.
They had Danielle
Lindsay
Hope.
Haitley. Yeah.
Oh, who?
Lindsay Haitley.
Ah.
So she was in the original cast of. Was she? No, she can't have been.
She's a very strong singer. She had a good voice. And she was joined by Danielle Hope and I don't know her name, but she was Priya in EastEnders and she did Bend It Like Beckham, the musical.
Oh, okay. So Lindsay Haitley starred in the original London revival production of Joseph as the narrator, for which she was nominated in the Olivier Award. And she can still sing.
She was very good.
Was really good.
Yeah. And she was joined by Joe McElderry.
Yep.
Who did it on tour. Lee Mead and Jason Donovan.
Really cool.
It was a nice little get-together with loads of kids.
Yes.
Kids
who were
from
obviously
choir.
told to smile because they all looked like they were smiling terrified.
Like the grinning man.
I've just learnt that Lindsay Haitley was the original Winifred Banks in Mary Poppins in London.
Ah.
Yeah. I like that role. It's a great role in that show.
Yeah. Yes, but she was good.
She was. Oh, she had a small role in the Les Mis film,
I think everyone had a role in that, didn't they?
for which she also recorded the Eponine Scream.
Oh, cool.
Cool.
Yeah, so that's
Really
Lindsay.
Lindsay.
Maybe
Lindsay
she'll be
Haitley.
the belt of the week one week.
Maybe. But yeah, she really impressed me. I did like it. I don't get why Joe McElderry's coat was gold.
I think they've just... Well, if it was the 50th anniversary, we could understand that, because, gold's 50, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
48? What's that,
Silver with a bit of fleck in it.
9 carat gold.
But then they put colour on him afterwards. Like, they put the big colour thing. But yeah, I don't get why he didn't have a colourful coat. Because he's got a coat of many colours.
Many shades of gold.
Not a coat of gold. My mum tested me the other day. She was like, do you know the words? Do you know all the colours in the coat?
Do you?
I do, yes.
Go on then.
Do you know all the colours in the coat?
Red, orange, yellow, green.
Should I try and do it? This is for my mother.
Can you do it with this? Because I think it'd be cooler if you did like that.
Red and yellow and green and brown and scarlet and black and ochre and peach and ruby and olive and violet and thorn and lilac and gold and chocolate and mauve and cream and crimson and silver and rose and azure and lemon and russet and grey and purple and white and pink and orange and blue.
Woohoo!
Woo!
Purple.
Did you like my purple?
That was impressive.
Thank you.
That is more than 7 colours of the rainbow. Good work on that.
Who was I with?
When?
Was it Mum? I was with someone who said they had to learn it for school, and so they had the record and they just kept replaying it to learn it.
Oh my goodness.
Or it might have been Mum, and she said just write it all down. Yeah, they had to learn it, and I was like, oh.
Well, good work on that. That was pretty good.
We were both in Joseph, weren't we?
Yes, cool. We must have been in the same bit.
Year 3, we sang Potiphar.
Yeah. I had a feather in my hair, I know that. I had a little blue dress on with a little feather.
Did you sing Potiphar?
Probably.
Potiphar had very few cares.
I don't think I paid that much. I'm sure I did.
I think we've got video of it and you can hear me over everyone else.
I would have been miming in the background. I would have been miming to you.
So nothing has changed. And we've also got video when we did Oliver.
Now, I remember doing Oliver.
Were we in the...
I did Consider Yourself.
Oh, I think we did Pick a Pocket too.
Oh, and we had to pretend we had like little braces on.
I don't think I did Consider Yourself.
Yeah, that's what I did.
But again, we have video, and I think I mucked up in that, and everyone else mucked up.
You were the kid that everyone copied.
I was.
Yeah.
And then we need to do a review at some point of Uncle Crumble's Crazy Mad Machine.
Did you say we need to review it?
Yeah, we'll do something about it.
Our Year 6 production.
I think we need some pictures.
No, I don't think we do. No.
I'll quite happily show a picture of my
Yeah,
costume
I don't
from
mind.
It was fun. But that was our first proper production together.
That's why we like meet it. Oh my goodness. I know we knew each other before, but
we
got shut
bonded.
in a cupboard together, didn't we?
We
Off
did.
stage.
We shared a cupboard together. I was a
Sounded
robot.
really dodgy.
I was a robot, and you were at that point
I was a hippie.
a hippie.
Yeah. I was then your pupil.
Yes.
Yeah. Wow, that went weird all of a sudden.
Sheena also played an Egyptian in this play.
And I was pupil number 2, I'll have you know. And I was compare number 1. And I was Egyptian number 3. So you were the lead role.
I was Tin Face, the robot teacher.
Anyway, I think that brings us. We'll leave you with the image of Robin in a tinfoil box and me as a hippie.
It was basically like that. Right, so we're coming to the end because we probably overrun. But really quickly, I want to give a huge shout out to some new Twitter followers who followed us over the weekend. Thank you very much. Oh, and West End Bake Off is happening. This sounds very exciting. We might cover this more next week. Saturday the 19th of May. Look it up. It looks epic. But we were followed by... where is it? So shout out to Paula, who's at Hired and Moan. Thank you to you. Shout out to Eileen Davidson, who followed us. And shout out to the Grinning Man. And also Sanden Beston from the Grinning Man for liking the post that we tweeted. Thank you to you guys. Have you got any shout outs?
Just my friend Pam. She was my Les Mis buddy. First show she's in the West End, so hi.
Hey, cool. Massive shout out to Pam. So thank you everyone for joining us and getting through this episode with us. We crammed a lot in.
We did.
I don't know how long we've been going. 58 minutes. We're almost we're just over time. That's fine.
Yeah.
So yeah, huge thank you again. Please get in contact. We'd love to hear from you and, start our community building, which would be epic. So head over to Facebook, find us Treading the Boards podcast. Twitter, Snapchat, what are we, Sheena?
Treadboards Pod.
You can also find that on Twitter, innit, mate? You can also find our website, which is treadingtheboardspodcast.com, where you can find all the information, all of our social selfies, and you can donate if you want to, and all of that jazz, and all that jazz. And we will hopefully be back next week.
Yeah.
Hopefully, if life doesn't get in the way, but I think we should be good. But yeah, please listen, tell your friends, share everything, get the word out there. And
spread the word.
Spread the word. And keep treading those boards. The music hasn't finished yet. It's still going. But yeah, so please spread the word and tread the boards. And until next week, we will see you then.